car insurance? That means, like with hail damage or vandalism, since they are out of your control, they don't usually raise your insurance rates. And that's a good thing, since most deer don't carry liability insurance. At Eustace Body Shop, we fixed all kinds of animal collision damage, from cows to raccoons, bobcats, and even turkeys. We can't do much for the animal, but we can get your car back on all fours and looking like new again.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Ready, set, forward. Just announced 0% for 66 months with approved credit on all 2025 Ford F-150s at Zollner, Ford of Beatrice. Save thousands in finance charges. If your current pickup loan's 4, 5, 6% or more, trade in today and receive 0% for up to 66 months on a brand new 2025 Ford F-150 of your choice at Zollner, Ford of Beatrice, Nebraska's volume dealer with the hometown service you expect.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
At Riddle's Jewelry, we know there are moments in life when you realize this is what it's all about. And you wish you could hold on to that feeling forever. This is why we've made jewelry our passion for 65 years. This holiday season, find the perfect gift with savings up to 50%. Riddle's Jewelry, family owned since 1959.
Located in Lincoln at the Gateway Mall.
This is your year to win way more than bragging rights. At Warhorse Casino, your love of the game could earn you serious cash. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with cash prizes all season long, like up to $1,000 weekly, with your chance at $1 million, all while earning tier points and comp points every time you place a sports bet. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
You've got used to one segment of Good Takes in the morning, but now there's a full show of Good Takes at night. Welcome into Raff's Good Take on Sports on 93.7 The Ticket.
All right, welcome in. Raff's Good Take on Sports 93.7 The Ticket, ticketfm.com. Just 2 days away from Christmas, as we got Chris Raff joining us, streaming in from Alabama. We are live on the brick and mortar. So 402-464-5685, as well as all the streams. Chris Raff, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. It's hard to believe that we are 2 days away from the big guy coming to visit. It's wild, the weather. It's nice up there, too, isn't it?
Beautiful, beautiful. I think it's like, given it's, 9 o'clock at night on December 23rd, I think it's like 40 degrees or like 37. Like, I'm wearing shorts. I've worn shorts all week. It's been incredible.
Yeah, that's crazy. You always think, Christmas, some snow on the ground and stuff like that. But this year it is very, very mild.
Yeah, not an inch of snow out there.
There's probably some golf in the Lincoln golf courses today, if I was a guessing man.
Yeah, I drove past some courses, not today, but I don't know what day it was. Yeah, people are getting some final rounds of golf in. before having to lock up and hit the simulators for the rest of the winter. I know Arden Lockheim on the golf team was talking about it, how it's been kind of weird before they left for break, just being able to go out there and practice outside like this late into the year. And because it's a huge deal, when you go out to those courses, as great as simulators are, it's not always ideal to be constantly on a simulator. So any chance you can get there to practice on real grass is a huge deal. So hopefully it turns into success for them come start the second half of the season. But yeah, it's been great. I don't mind it at all. I am not a must see Christmas or must see snow on Christmas Day type of guy.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, I'll say it. This moving down to Alabama, this weather's been, fairly good. There was 1 week where it was kind of chilly, where it was only getting up to like maybe 38, 39 degrees, and I was like, oh, it feels decent, but man, I'll tell you what, this 68-degree weather, I think it might be in the 70s tomorrow. I'm just like, I can live with this.
Oh, Santa's gonna love that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. He probably
everyone wants snow on Christmas. Like, you want Santa to have to fly through a blizzard? Unkind. You gotta want nice weather.
And then does he have to wear the official attire? I mean,
that would suck. It's like 70 degrees.
Yeah, as long as it's red, I think he could wear like red, shorts and like a tank top, and as long as he's his Christmas stocking cap on, I think that's good. But I mean, I don't know if there's like some Santa dress code that does he have to wear the big red jacket and the big red pants and the boots? I mean, or could he wear a pair of Crocs? I don't know. I mean, that's the Santa dress code needs to be looked at.
It does. That was a great question. I don't know if because no one ever really thinks about it. Like when Santa's in the Middle East, like, does he have to wear all that garb? Like that's a hot day for him out there. And I know he's maybe, he is magic and all, so maybe it doesn't really matter. Let's see. We got Matthew and Hickman saying, "What's up, Raff?" Shout out to Coach Taylor and Boogs.
Boogs.
And then we got off of YouTube, Bing. We can start off with this because me and DP were talking about it. And he's saying, let's see here. We were listening to DP talk about the NFL strike. He wants your take. Says, what was the strike year like with his Broncos being runner-up? And what was the NFL season like to live through in the late 80s?
Ooh, talking strike. 1987, I believe, would be the strike year that he's talking about. There also was a strike year in 1982, the year the Redskins beat the Dolphins. That year there was only a 9-game season. There were no scab players or anything like that. I remember that year the Broncos were 2-7. But that actually worked out pretty good for them because they were high enough up there where they were able to complete the trade for John Elway the next year. But yeah, 2-7 that year. It was the Dolphins versus Redskins in the Super Bowl. I remember Fulton Walker scored a long kickoff return for the Dolphins. John Riggins had his MVP, had the big run on 4th and 1. 87, that was an interesting year because the Broncos went to the Super Bowl in 86, lost to the Giants, came back to the next year, had a pretty good team, but then they went on strike. I believe it was for 2 or 3 games, and the NFL got the idea that they were going to bring in replacement players.
Yeah.
So that was
the replacements. That's how DP got a big connection with his it would have been the Redskins at the time, but that's how he got to know a bunch of those guys. They came in as replacements. And they actually had a couple big games, as he was telling, where they actually shocked some people.
Yeah, it was a springboard for like the Broncos. I remember they played really well. I remember the Broncos had Shane Swanson. He was a split end kick returner and punt returner for Nebraska back in 85. Yeah, probably 85 it was. So it was pretty cool to see Shane Swanson play. And it was fun to see some of those players. It was also interesting. Like, Bronco fans are just crazy. Like, they support anything if it's associated with Denver, like the USFL when it was in the 80s. That's another thing that was fun. The first couple years of the USFL, when they played in the summer, there was some good football. Unfortunately, they were, leaking money, and a lot of players didn't get paid towards the end of that league. But the first couple of years, like Jim Kelly playing for the Houston Gamblers, Herschel Walker for the Generals, Mike Rozier, the Pittsburgh Maulers. So yeah, growing up in the 80s was pretty cool because they had the USFL for the first year and a half was pretty good football. It was fun to watch in the summers, and a lot of those players transitioned over to the NFL. I mean, that's a lot of your great players. Reggie White, he played in the USFL. Doug Williams, he actually went NFL, USFL, then back to the NFL. So yeah, it was fun. Yeah, football in the 80s I think that was my favorite. Man, was it?
I was just going to ask you, what was the best decade of the NFL that you grew up watching?
Man, the 90s I'm partial to because that's when Broncos got their Super Bowl win, 97, 98. But
for me,
80s,
it was like 2000, 2010, because you still had a lot of that physicality. And we were so loaded with quarterbacks in that run, like so many greats that, I mean, does 2000 to 2010 even sit with you, or is that not in question?
Oh, not as the best. It either be the 80s or the 90s. I think about it, I'm probably partial to the 80s more than I am the 90s, just for the fact that it just was such the era it was like true football. There was no instant replay, I don't think came in until 87 or 88, I believe. And you're able to still hit the quarterback. I mean, now looking back on it now, I kind of wish that they had the rules they had now. Then Elway could have played like 20 years. But yeah, I think the 80s, it was you had a lot of greats in the 80s. It'd be interesting to compare the 80s, the 90s, and I guess you could go the 2000 and 2010 and see like where you're sitting from like a Hall of Fame standpoint. Like how many are which decade is is pulling the most players from the decade? Because I mean the 80s you think Jerry Rice, he was there forever. I mean he was there in probably the 2000 till the 2000s, but Jerry Rice was a rookie in 85. Joe Montana won the first Super Bowl with the 49ers in 81, 82 or the 81 season against the Bengals. You had the Cowboys, they were still kind of up there. They were the early 80s. You had Danny White, Drew Pearson, and the Redskins, of course, Joe Theismann, John Riggins. Yeah, man, the 80s were a great time to watch NFL football. I miss the 80s.
See, when I grow like on me, I'm not that old, so take it with a grain of salt. But like even now, just look, I love the NFL today, but I look at the quarterbacks and I'm like, man, there isn't just those dudes that you are certain. Because at one point in time, you're sitting there and you're like, well, that's Tom Brady. Okay, well, wow, I just got to Tom Brady, but Drew Brees, you got the Manning brother in there. It just felt like every team was loaded with like studded quarterbacks. Even the Colts, like with Andrew Luck, Philip Rivers, like there was all these dudes where every year you'd have 10 quarterbacks throw for over 4,000 yards with a really good touchdown to interception ratio. And they were getting hit still. It's not like they weren't getting hit. I mean, they were getting destroyed. And it's a little bit odd to me in today's era of like protect the quarterback at all costs that they don't seem to be nearly as effective or consistent, maybe is the better word for it. But I don't know. I felt like we just had an era where there's so many good quarterbacks on each team. Like you even throw Bortles on there for a little bit when he was on the Jags, but like respectable quarterbacks all over. And now you look around the league and it's like, well, will he work here? Maybe he needs another team. Like there's so many teams where you're like, you're still circling if they have the right guy at quarterback. And you can maybe go to like 2/3 of the NFL. Back in like the 2000s, I was young, but I just don't remember it looking that way at all.
Yeah, like I think too is just like everything's got quicker. It's got to happen sooner. It's got to be right away. You think back the 80s, they were set. The quarterbacks for the teams, it was pretty much free agency. It was there, but it was pretty much they had your quarterback for your franchise. You knew was going to be there. I mean, I can look back now and you can name the quarterbacks. Like you tell me a team from the 80s, I'll tell you exactly who their quarterback was. I mean, it's just like it was so set. It wasn't, the movement wasn't wasn't as much as what it is now. Like now you're seeing player, the salary cap and the, just the franchise players. Luckily, they kept that. So you're able to, franchise tags, some players like that. But the 80s, the movement wasn't there. Like, the Dolphins, you knew it was going to be Dan Marino, the Jets, Ken O'Brien. It's like, the Bengals, Boomer Esiason, the Bills, Jim Kelly, just, you knew who their quarterback was going to be. And I think maybe there was more patience back then, but.
Well, like a guy like Alex Smith, like, does he get the plug pulled on him in today's NFL? Because he was a good player. You never like really great, but a very good player that took the Chiefs to the playoffs. Like if he got drafted in the first round of like this upcoming draft, I don't know if he'd get the career he had. Because like it's like you have to just shock and wow people before they pull the plug because they want to find greatness, not just good. And you don't ever get like a whole lot of runs. So it's a lot of revolving door around that QB spot.
Yeah, it's very quick. Yeah, I don't know how that would have played out, with Alex Smith, just
because he started off slow, didn't he?
Yeah, it started out slow, and then of course, then the kind of the Jim Harbaugh magic kicked in with the 49ers.
Yeah,
just remember he had some good years with the 49ers.
Yeah, that's right. I'm forgetting about the 49ers. But even then, I don't know. Like the slow starts, people just don't care. It's like, oh, you start slow, you don't have it anymore, and then they move on. Like a guy, I use Justin Fields as an example all the time, but man, it just feels like he has so much potential and just never found the right home for it. Because you can look at those Ohio State games, and yes, he's got like some of the best wide receivers in the game, but he's throwing the ball on an absolute rope. And then you go to the NFL and it's like, well, he's not accurate. I don't know. It's just kind of crazy to see a guy like him who he looks just dramatically different from the Ohio State. And I don't know if it's a lack of confidence that his coaches have put in him or just not a lot of focus. We got a few more texts. Thunder.com saying, Merry Christmas, Raff. And
Merry
then
Christmas.
Mohawk says, is Roger Craig the best Husker to have a pro career in the 80s?
The best Husker in the 80s.
And he also wants to know if you have a Mount Rushmore of Huskers with the best NFL careers in the 80s. We got some good trivia for you. Text line's testing you.
All right. So the 80s best. Okay. So this is, I'm going to say Roger Craig had the best pro career in the 80s for a Husker because he got 3 Super Bowl wins, and he went 1,000, 1,085. But this is a player that gets forgot about a little bit in the 80s is Irving Fryer.
Mm.
He put together, a very good run with the Patriots and I guess the Dolphins was kind of early 90s. But Irving, he ended up playing like 17 years, 18 years in the NFL. So
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to go Roger Craig. So then NFL players.
I think Fryer is on there because he's got one of the longest careers.
Yeah, and he was at the top when he retired. He was one of the top, wide receivers in the game, receptions wise. I don't know where he stands at now. I know, with the crazy passing statistics now, people are moving down. But Irving was really getting up there in the career receptions. So the Mount Rushmore of Huskers in the NFL.
Yep, in the 80s.
We're just doing the 80s, or are we doing the entire?
You can do everyone, but you want to know the 80s in particular.
Oh, the 80s in particular. So you got I go Roger Craig, Irving Fryer. Trying to go back into my 80s years to think Nebraska. Somebody's going to text in somebody that I should probably think of.
Yeah, you guys can join in. 402-464-5685. Give me the best Huskers in the NFL. 80s in particular, if you want to go down that route.
80s in particular. Man, I'm trying to go think. It's Roger Craig, Irving Fryer. Somebody help me. I'm trying to think defense. If there was
Neil
a defense. Neil Smith didn't come until he was not there until 88, 89. He was late. He would have been more 90s.
Reggie Cooper, is that too late?
Reggie Cooper, he didn't, NFL, he didn't really have the greatest of NFL careers. I thought at Nebraska, he was, every time I see Reggie, I always tell him that he was Steve Atwater before Steve Atwater. So he was
Clark?
Brett Clark played for the Falcons. He had a few good years there, so he'd probably be up there. Oh, give me some more here.
Turner Gill.
Turner Gill didn't play in the NFL. He played in the CFL. Played for the.
Oh, he didn't. Oh, I thought he had a run. Okay.
Played with the Cleveland Indians, minor league baseball team, and then he went.
Yeah, digging an 80. That might be the best I can do for you. I wasn't quite born yet. I had 20 years to go.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who else in the 80s. Oh, you know what? Mike Rozier. Mike Rozier he put up a 1,800-yard rushing season with the Pittsburgh Maulers in the USFL, and then he had a pretty decent career with the Oilers, the Falcons and the Oilers. So Mike Rozier would be on there. I mean, it kind of gets forgot about because he probably didn't have the statistics, leaving Nebraska, going over 2,000 yards and gobs of touchdowns. But Mike Rozier in the NFL had a pretty decent career. He was there for, pretty much the entire 80s run, 83 until I think he played until like 92, probably 92, 93. Gosh, who else
Give me any era now. Just give me any era. And if you guys can still jump in if you want to.
Any era.
David Fullerton, throw out Neil Smith as well.
Yeah, Neil Smith was mostly the 90s because it was 88, I believe, was his rookie year, because then Derek Thomas came in 89. So, okay, all-time Nebraska Mount Rushmore NFL players. I'm going to go Will Shields.
Does Sue get in there? Probably all on the all-time list.
I think he would. I think he's definitely.
Yeah.
Sue. Actually, okay. Here's an interesting one. Would you put Sue on there? And I'm the worst Husker fan of all time now. Why do I see him but I can't think of his name. The Tampa Bay linebacker, middle linebacker. Why am I forgetting it? Help me.
Oh my Lord. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Why am I forgetting it? But
he's been in the NFL forever.
And this is what's going to keep him out of the Hall of Fame, because people are going to forget.
Yeah, and I'm part of the damn problem right now.
Because of fumble in the Ohio State game. Oh.
I know who you're talking about. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Text in. Help me. This is horrible. Thankfully, the show don't start out with the Husker Guru anymore.
I don't want to Google it. I'm refusing to Google it.
Yeah, I won't either. Mm-hmm. But would you put him on the Mount Rushmore, or would you put Sue on the Mount? Because I would almost go on Levante David. Thank you.
Levante David, yes.
Levante David's probably had a better NFL career than Sue. So I think
you put Levante David in there. He leads the Buccaneers in so many stats because he's just been there for so long, and he's got ridiculous career numbers.
Yeah, so I go Levante, Will Shields. Gosh, I think Roger Craig's gonna.
Prince.
I think. Who's that?
Prince.
Oh, he had a decent career, but we're talking Mount Rushmore. I think.
I'm just going about this. Some of these are off the text line.
Okay,
I'm just reading them off, so I give you some extra names out here.
I think Roger Craig, Will Shields. I think Levante, if he goes into the Hall of Fame, and then I would maybe Neil Smith. I mean, Neil Smith's one that surprises me. He hasn't got more Hall of Fame consideration, because I know he's up close to 100 career sacks, 2 Super Bowl victories. And then I'm trying to think who else. Oh, actually, we're forgetting Mick Tingelhoff, center for the Vikings. He's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And then with Bob the Boomer Brown. So what's that?
Russ Eckstein?
You're just partial because he's from Hardington, but
yeah, I was trying to slide him in there. He won a Super Bowl though.
Yeah, I think he has a couple Super Bowls. Actually,
he's got a couple with the Patriots. Yeah,
former Bronco too. I don't let it ever.
Oh, okay, come on, Raff. Just be on the same page with me. Let's get him in there.
Man, I'm trying to think who else. Offense, defense. It was.
Is there any great corners or safeties that we're missing?
Oh man, Brett Clark had, with the Falcons. We talked about him.
Yeah. But that's not enough, I don't think. But on the
Bruce Pickens was a high draft pick, but didn't quite live up to the expectations. Oh yeah, Tom Rathman. He had some Pro Bowls at fullback. If you asked John Madden, that's probably one of the best fullbacks to ever play the game. So yeah, definitely Rathman had a really good career.
We do have a phone call, Raff, if you want to take it.
Ooh, let's
I don't
take
have
it.
anybody to screen it, but we can find out. I'm sure it's Husker related.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. Welcome in. You're on Raff's Good Take on Sports 93.7 The Ticket. Who are we talking to?
I just wanted to let him know to put Dean Steinkuhler's name in there.
Okay, yeah, I'll go with that. He was second pick in the draft in 1983, Houston Oilers. But he had a good career with Houston. I'm good with that.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Have a good day.
Quick and to the point. Get him on the list, Raff. I like it. Appreciate the call.
I like that.
Yeah, you guys can call in 402-464-5685 or text in that exact same number. A couple more from the text line. Oh, Alex Henry?
His
NFL career didn't quite.
He started out on fire, and then he faded out. He faded out. Gosh, this is kind of fun thinking back on who top NFL players from Nebraska. Gosh, and like Irving Fry. There's a lot of them that came out, guns a-blazing. Like one that I thought was going to have. What's that?
Richie?
Yeah, Richie Incognito. Yeah, he played, close to probably 12, 13 years.
Shout out to David Fullerton throwing that one in the hat.
I think back to like the players that came out in Nebraska that you thought were going to have really, really big. They came out like Derek Brown for me is one that sticks out. Like his first couple years with the Saints, you thought he was going to have a really, really long NFL career. Then things what happened was he went at free agent and he chose, sometimes you choose the wrong team. And I remember to this day, I was telling him, I'm like, you need to go to the Broncos. You need to go to the Broncos. And he chose wrong. Should have went to the Broncos. But Johnny Mitchell, another one, first round pick by the Jets. First year with the Jets, had a pretty decent rookie year. And then things didn't work out.
We'll finish up with this one. We'll open it up because Bing's been on fire today with these questions. Any guys born in Nebraska that got away from UNL that could be on the list? Guys that we missed the recruitment boat on, then it went on to have awesome NFL careers. Nebraska natives.
Gale Sayers.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one to start off the list.
Let's see here. NFL guys that went elsewhere. Man, that's Kelly Stouffer. No, just joking. He was first round pick by the Seattle Seahawks. He was from Rushville, Nebraska. Oh yeah, I know one. Danny Woodhead.
You know who we forgot?
Who's that?
Amon Green.
Oh yeah, he had a pretty decent career at my old.
Yeah, he still has the Packers record.
My old radio partner. Sorry, AG. That's on me. I did. Oh, another one. Jay Novacek.
Oh, that's that's a name that you don't ever really hear.
Yep, from Gothenburg, Nebraska. He went on and had a pretty decent career with the Dallas Cowboys. Let's see here. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to go through cities and thinking of the city and then trying to link it back to great players.
Well, before we go to break, I'm just going to go off the text line here. And I'm assuming these guys are still just naming some of the best Huskers to go on. We got Dave Remington, unknown texter.
Played for the Bengals and Philadelphia Eagles.
Fant, I'm assuming Noah Fant.
Oh yeah, Noah. Yeah, he was big, top pick by the Broncos, played for Iowa.
Dominic Rayola.
Oh yeah. Dominic could definitely be on that Mount Rushmore. Yeah. He had a pretty long career with the Lions there. Oh, another one, Corey Schlesinger.
Oh man, there's a lot out there that we didn't quite hit right out of the gate here. Well, we do got to throw at the break. We're getting a little bit over the clock already. But if you guys want to keep joining in, got a couple days till Christmas. You guys are welcome to hang out with us all the way to the end of the hour. And we got the morning Pearsonell as well. So 402-464-5685. We'll throw it to break. Raff's Good Take on Sports, 93.7 The Ticket, ticketfm.com.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, all Nebraskans. Our good friends at Gary Michaels Clothiers just informed me that a holiday suit sale is now in progress. All suits are now reduced for the taking to make any man look exceptional this holiday season and into the new year. Suits starting regular price at just $6.98, less discounts, big savings, and alterations always free. Come by and see the guys at Gary Michaels, Gary, Nate, and Fabian, located at 56 and Pine Lake Road in Village Gardens, right here in Lincoln.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, and family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apples, chili, vegetable, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today. Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
There's only one place this holiday season to shop for the sports fan in your life and get cash back for slightly used sports items you don't need anymore. Play It Again Sports. Check out their selection of new and used items, including home fitness equipment like treadmills, exercise bikes, and ellipticals, and get your lift on with free weights, benches, and racks to add to your home gym. And don't forget, if you have anything slightly used to trade in, they'll give you instant cash. Holiday shopping starts and ends at Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine. Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
Back to Raff's Good Take on Sports on 93.7 The Ticket. With all the good takes you need, here is your host, Chris Raff.
All right, welcome back in Raff's Good Take on Sports. I am Harrison Arns. That is Chris Raff, streaming all the way from Alabama. We did have David Fullerton want to know who were the 2 defensive Husker greats off the Bears. And he said he was thinking of Mike and Ralph Brown. I think he means Mike Brown. I'm not sure who Ralph might be. But Prince Amukamara is the other one who's a big one on the Chicago Bears. And then Was Mike Brown ever anything then a Chicago Bear? I think his entire career was with them.
I think his last year, I think he signed, was it with the Cardinals? I believe he played his last couple years with the Cardinals, I believe.
Okay. Either way, a majority of his career at the Bears, if not all. But I would not be surprised.
Ralph Brown had a really long career too. He was, one of the top defensive backs that came out of Nebraska for an NFL career. He probably went a good 9 or 10 years in the NFL. So I could see that. Then how about this? Who from Nebraska recorded a sack in the Super Bowl?
Sorry, I got distracted by the window here.
You're a Bears fan, right?
Non-interaction on the ticket window. I kind of got not spooked is the right word, but I don't know what was just going on there. I was gonna put it on the camera for everyone to see, but I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen. So
Ralph's roadies right there.
This one, Raff, I hope this isn't one of your roadies. If you need to check on your roadies, because I won't explain why, but just interesting. Always interesting here. Who's coming by the window, to say the very least. I'm sorry, Raff. Please ask me that question one more time before my mind got hijacked by whatever that was.
Which Nebraska defensive lineman recorded a sack for the Bears against the New England Patriots in 1985?
I got no idea.
Henry Waxter.
How long was his NFL career?
I think it was maybe like 3 or 4 years. It might have been a little bit longer than that, but he recorded a sack. Recorded a sack in the Super Bowl. What was that? Super Bowl 20, I believe it was. Patriots and Bears. It's been a while, Harrison. It's time to bear down.
It is time to bear down. Hey, I mean, I'll tell you what's happening right now. My Bears are bearing down. The Huskers just got to start sending some elite guys their way, and then everything's back in order like it should be. But man, it's crazy when we're going through history. There is one thing I enjoyed talking about you or AD or Raff or even a guy like the Morning Pearsonell who's not that much older than me, but old enough, is like you learn a lot about our past. And me and DP were talking about, like, what was Lincoln like? Give me the Lincoln when you guys were winning national championships. Like, was it just a party from O Street all the way down to the Haymarket?
Actually, no, not the Haymarket. No, because it was Haymarket. What we know now really was not existent, back in the 90s. But O Street, I always explain it this way. When Nebraska plays and they win a game and the game's over and the nights, you go and you do your thing, you partake in your activities and stuff like that. But I can remember being down at the local establishments on O Street, and the highlights on like the 10 o'clock Sports Center would come on, and the Nebraska highlights would come on, and the music would go off and the volume would go on, and we'd watch, all the highlights of the Nebraska game from that previous day. So I've always said this, and I know that, like the whole NIL thing and how there's a lot of money out there and stuff like that. But if Nebraska would ever get to start like to up in that upper echelon of college football, there would be probably more money than what unimaginable, just because I look at it like this right now, like Nebraska football. I think a lot of your big boosters they're kind of gun shy a little bit. Like they've given and they've given and they've given, they've helped continue the sellout streak. They've done everything, to try to bring Nebraska back. And I think they're kind of gun shy. And I think if Nebraska would go back up into that upper echelon, I think you'd see even more money kicked into the Nebraska football program. It's just one of those things. I think a lot of these boosters have, maybe been burnt a little bit over the past years, and they're maybe a little shy with their money. But I guarantee you, if Nebraska would start, getting back up into that, top 10, top 15, it's different. Like I always remember back to 1983, just how electric, the state of Nebraska was. And it was all over the country. I remember when they had like a little, like Time magazine not Sports Illustrated, Time Magazine had like a little clip in the corner of the magazine, big red machine. I mean, it was crazy how Nebraska crazy it was in 83. 94, that was a quest. 95, it was just, 95, there was just a lot of outside drama that played into everything. But yeah, it's different when Nebraska is, the number one team of the country. It things escalate big time. And it'd be fun to have that opportunity return back, and I hope and I pray that maybe before the end of my lifetime, we'll see, Nebraska, back up in that upper echelon, but probably not going to hold my breath, but I believe. Come on, Trey
Kind
Taylor.
of a scary question you're getting to.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like, hopefully before I die. Like, that's tough.
Okay.
That's tough to swallow.
Well, this is the funny thing about this. Like, you always hear like AD and Jay Foreman and all these guys talking about, the great years of Nebraska football. But think of it this way. For half of my life, Nebraska, or almost half of my life, Nebraska's not been that good at football. But we always account that, Nebraska was always good at football. But then you start thinking about it. The last really, year for me, I thought Nebraska, the downswing in Nebraska football was when they got rid of Solich. So it was like 2002, 2003.
If only that was the end of the downfall.
So that's 22 years ago. And then you mix in, like the Bo Pelini year with Sue but other than that 2009, 2010 year, there really hasn't been much bright spot in Nebraska football. I mean, yes, there's been a few bowl games, but when Nebraska was at the top of the top, the cream of the crop, and that's been more than almost half of my life. I mean, for you, you've never seen it.
Yeah, no, we've just been bad.
I mean, you've seen 1 year, 2010, you've seen like 1 year that was like above average. And I even got on a limb that year. Our offense was so pathetic that year that can you really call that a great year of Nebraska football?
Was that the Sioux, Texas year?
Yeah. I mean, if we had any offense that year,
we were the best defense in the country.
Yeah, but we were not, we didn't have no offense.
Yeah.
So, I mean, actually, the complete Nebraska football team, you have to go back almost, I guess the last complete Nebraska football team for me would have been probably the 1999 team. I mean, for me, I feel like they should have won the national championship that year. If they would have played Florida State or Virginia Tech, I think Nebraska would have won the national championship. That's where we really needed a playoff. But yeah, so 99, so that's 26 years ago. So yeah, so half of my life we've not been good at football. So now I'm thinking to myself, maybe it might not happen.
Scary thought, Raff.
Yeah.
At least your Broncos are in better position to get it done.
Yeah, the Broncos, they kind of go, they've always been in like phases for me through my life, like good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, or long. I mean, it was a long good. I mean, John Elway, that was 16 years. And then he got, 5 years of Peyton Manning. So it's like, it can't be, too upset. It kind of stunk going, almost 10 years without a playoff appearance. But it's like you blink and next thing you know, you're like 50 years old and you're like, what happened? But I mean, like Nebraska football, like we always talk about how great Nebraska football was, but I mean, 26 years don't lie. I mean, it has not been good in, 26 years. I mean, that's an entire, Coach Osborne coaching career. And then I hear people talk about, well, Coach Tom Osborne didn't win right away. Well, Tom Osborne never won less than 9 games his entire career. So yes, he did not win a national championship, but he was still winning 9 and 10 games, every single year. I mean, we haven't seen 9 and 10 games in, 26 years. Yes, we've had, a couple seasons, but for the most part, we haven't, I guess Bo Pelini, we were getting our 9 wins in, but we weren't happy. It's like, okay, head scratcher time, but yeah, it's been a rough 26 years.
That's a tough statement you made too, Raff. You said, yeah, the last 26 years we haven't been good. I'm 26 years old, Raff. My entire life we've just been bad.
But I mean, I would go out on a limb and I'd say the last complete team, offense, defense, and special teams would be 1999. 2010 team, yeah, the defense was excellent. Offense was garbage. 2003, or not 2003, 2005, I believe it was, Bill Callahan. Offense was decent. defense was garbage. I mean, it was just, and it just kind of, but the last complete team is 26 years ago.
Yeah, I missed the boat. Missed the boat on that one. But we are sitting here with the men and women's basketball teams undefeated.
Yeah.
Wrestling program's been good. Volleyball, they lost. But they still got an incredible record. They're still looked at. They're in that upper echelons at the very least. Just the sports, but if basketball can get it done, I'll be happy. And they don't even have to win it all this year. Just win a tournament game, and that'll do a lot for my pride.
But it'll be it's going to be interesting with Nebraska basketball just to see how it continues through the season. I mean, can they hold home court? Usually they're pretty dominant at PBA. Because you think about that, if they take care of their home games and they steal some road games, or
they already stole one.
It could be. I mean, if they get a seed, like a number 4 seed or a 3 seed or a 4 seed, I mean, you've got to think, Sweet 16, I mean, it's definitely, but I'm glad that they have those hopes. Like I want to win it, one NCAA tournament game, but I'm hoping that Fred and, the team down there, I hope they have their eyes set on something bigger than just one NCAA tournament game. I mean, it'd be great to win one, but I'd like to see us win like 2 or 3 of them, or 4 or 5 or something crazy like that.
Yeah, if they just keep on the same trajectory, like I hope they're just thinking the next one. That's worked out pretty well for him so far.
Could you imagine the national story, if Nebraska was somehow able to, get into the Sweet 16 and playing for an opportunity?
It'd be a ruckus. It's already been a ruckus, and the season's early, and people are like, "What the hell's going on in Lincoln?" Like, this not only the men's team but the women's team. But at least with the women's team, there's not as much shock because over the recent years, Amy Williams has done a good job building that program up. Like, they are normally contenders when they get to March Madness to go win some games, maybe even upset some teams. For the men's, it's extra surprising because they just never been there. Never been in that conversation. And they're currently sitting 13 in the nation. And we don't know what to do with ourselves.
If they're able to, what do they got? They got Michigan State, right? That's January 1st. January 2nd. Okay. So
yeah, they got one more game versus I'm blanking on who it is. It should be another win. New Hampshire.
So if they take care of Michigan State, I mean, there's a good chance you see Nebraska maybe top 10, top 7,
Michigan
top 8.
State's number 9 right now.
Oh man.
Let me double check because it's the rankings moved again unless they took a loss.
Oh man, watch out, Nebraska. You're going to see 1990s O Street revisited if Nebraska basketball creeps into the top 10.
Yeah, so they're ranked number 9 still. And if we win the next game versus New Hampshire, and then you get a little break, and then you'll get another ranking, I think, and then it'll be, 13 still, or maybe someone loses and we would move to 12. We'd be looking at like a 12-9 matchup. You win that one, they'll probably put you to 9 or 10.
Man, watch out.
It's a lot of fun. But New Hampshire first. Take care of New Hampshire. I said it before. Like, our worst games have been versus West Georgia Wolves, the something Maryland squad, upstate. What was it? Yeah, I think it was like South Carolina upstate, and now North Dakota. Our 4 worst games are versus our 4 worst opponents. So hopefully we don't jinx it. Take care of New Hampshire. Then we can really think about Michigan State. All right, we'll throw it to break. We only got one more segment. On the other side, we'll have Raff's good take on life. You guys can still join in if you want to get any last-second questions in there. Raff's good take on sports. Talk to you in a bit.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Hey guys, it's Carly from Boyk Farm Outfitters. It's been another wild and crazy year in agriculture, but through it all, there's one constant, our team of people. It's Alex, Alicia, Brennan, Britton, Cody, David, Dwight, Jeremy, Jerry, Mikey, Teresa, Wayne, and me, Carly. Thanks to our awesome team for your dedication and excellence, and to our customers for trusting us to work with you in your farming operations. From all of us at Boyk Farm Outfitters, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
A business's phone is the lifeline to its customers and potential clients. That's why it's so important that you can take calls seamlessly from anywhere, whether you're on the road or in the office. Hamilton Business Technologies can help ensure your phone rings wherever you are. We can equip your headquarters and any of its locations with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we know how to keep Nebraska businesses connected. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in December. Try one of their delicious breakfast sandwiches or grilled breakfast burritos. Don't forget to snag a gift card for stocking stuffers and bring your family in from out of town. With 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward, Bagels and Joe. A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740. When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall, they go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
Omaha Steaks is the official sponsor of tailgating. From legendary burgers to mouth-watering steaks, deli-style franks, and so much more, you'll elevate your next game day get-together with America's original butcher. Now you have the chance to be the ultimate gift giver this holiday season. Visit omahasteaks.com/theticket for 16 free Omaha Steaks smash burgers on your order of $129 or more. Plus 50% off site-wide. That's 16 free smash burgers at omahasteaks.com/theticket. See the website for details. Happy holidays from Omaha Steaks.
Looking to upgrade your equipment and keep cash in your pocket? Through December at Landmark Implement, choose from a 12-month waiver on model year 2023 through 2025 John Deere 6 through 9 series tractors, sprayers, and combines. Or lock in a 2.9% fixed rate for 36 months, followed by 6.35% for another 36 months. Visit your local Landmark Implement for more details or check us out at landmarkimp.com and experience the Landmark difference.
Back to Raff's Good Take on Sports on 93.7 The Ticket. With all the good takes you need, here is your host, Chris Raff.
Welcome back in. Raff's Good Take on Sports 93.7 The Ticket, ticketfm.com. You guys have been great. Lots of people joining in on the show. Always appreciate it. We talked a lot about the Huskers' glory days. We also had one last one from Dave in Fullerton. Said, after a big game, it was sidetracks in Royal Grove bars to party. Haymarket not going on like today. Said, I'm 61 now. Good times back then. I want to get out of the good times back then conversation. It'd be great if we could say good times now, but I don't know how great it was. So that's always my curiosity because I just wasn't alive yet.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. You're still a youngster though, Harrison. You've got a chance. Maybe you're just getting the first half of your life of bad football out, and then the second half of your life will be great. We just went opposite. We went first half of our life good, and the second half.
Which one's better? Being young or being older?
Being young, of course. We're winning football games.
No,
lot
I
of
mean,
football games.
like your team success. Is a better experience when you're young or when you're older?
Ooh, I'm going to say younger. I'm going to say younger. Well, I mean, from a Nebraska standpoint, definitely younger because, I mean, when you're 21, 22 years old in Lincoln, Nebraska, and Nebraska's good, makes for some fun nights.
Yeah, I guess for college, it makes way more sense to be good when you're younger.
Maybe I should write a memoir. I've been thinking about that lately.
You should. I'd read it.
I mean,
Raff.
It'd be an interesting little memoir. I mean, it'd cover a lot of. It could cover like Nebraska football and like all my just.
The John Elway chapter would be in there somewhere.
I mean, I know. Should I? Man, maybe I should read it. Would anybody purchase a Raff memoir? That would be the question for the listeners out there.
What's the title? Just Raff's memoir?
No, it'd have to be something crazy. Like Barry Switzer's was like Bootlegger's Boy, and I gotta have something like, or, I don't know what it could be. I'll think on that. If any listener has any ideas, feel free to tweet at me or just tell, Raff, a story of, I don't know.
It could just be Raff's memoir in honor of John Elway.
In honor of John Elway.
just throw him in honor of him for no reason.
He'd probably sue me for using his name or something like that. That'd be my luck.
But you know what? You might meet him in the courthouse and get to shake his hand finally.
Yeah, I'd get his autograph on the restraining order or something.
I mean, that's kind of a win.
Yeah.
You'd have it finally.
Yeah.
Awkward to frame and explain the story of why you have it, but
watch the John Elway Netflix documentary. It's really good.
I'll watch that one. I also got to watch. Apparently, there's like a baseball. It's called, I think it's just Baseball Seasons or something like that. It's on Apple. It goes through like all the years of the MLB.
Oh,
like starts in 1959, and then just kind of goes through a year, like in not every season, but just about all of them, and then they will skip a few and get some impactful ones. I got a lot of stuff I need to watch.
Yep. Elway.
You and Bill Mishner and DP and. I got a lot of people throwing films and TVs at me that I need to go back and watch. And some of them are easy to find. Some of them are like, I think I need a VHS player because I don't see anyone streaming it. But all right, Chris Raff, we got about a couple minutes left here. What is your good take 2 days out from Christmas?
All right, everybody. Today's Raff's good take goes out to the 2025 Norwood Park 4th grade track scholars. They are Royce, Princeton, Brooklyn, Lennox, Alani, Aaliyah, Ariana, Jonette, and Caden. During their 6-week experience, the scholars developed their sense of purpose, gained an increased awareness around servant leadership, and in the final week of their school, they had a capstone project, and this is what I love. Their project was to be kind, and they taught this lesson to the morning and evening preschool students at Norwood Park. And I just love that so much. And so the scholars shared that they want kindness to be the norm, not the exception at Norwood Park. So the Norwood Park 4th grade 2025 track scholars, you guys are Raff's good take. Keep up the great work.
Phenomenal. That's a great one. I'll give it to Santa's elves. They work hard, man.
Ooh, Santa's elves. Ooh, do you think they have a dress code?
No, they're in the North Pole. I mean, they don't have to travel.
So
they have a dress code, but it's standard. It's just their daily uniform. They ain't traveling with Santa.
Has global warming hit the North Pole though? I mean, are they able to wear shorts, do you think, or
no? It's not that bad yet. Maybe if they get to the border, they can ride a glacier and get some warmer weather, but they still got some snow. They're doing all right. But yeah, I mean, those guys, what a job. 365 days a year.
Yeah, that's a lot of. If anybody
sees, you gotta be like making iPhones and stuff. It's not as easy as it used to be.
I know they got those little tiny fingers, but they're definitely anybody out there that sees Santa. Let us know if he's abiding by the true Santa dress code, or if he's going to go in like shorts and sandals and a tank top. I think
it'd be kind of awesome if he is like in a tank top and everyone's like, Santa's kind of jacked this year. He must have hit the gym.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, Raff, it's been a pleasure. As always, this will be our last show until Christmas hits. Wish you and your family a Merry Christmas, Chris Raff, and everybody listening right here, 93.7 The Ticket. Marty Pierce now, up next.